Assalamualaikum and a pleasant day citizen. I am Salman dito Minaman. For today's video, I'm going to conduct an interview design to help students to discover and leverage their capabilities to thrive in any situation they face. This process aims to empower students to identify their strengths, weaknesses, and develop strategies for overcoming challenges. So if you guys are ready, let's go! So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, at what college are you from on your program, as well as your hometown.
Okay, hi, I am Abdullah Botlaksaman Jr., the first year representative of our batch. Dito ako sa College of Information and Computing Sciences, and taga-Balindong ako, but I grew up in Boracay.
So here are the questions. The first one is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
Well, personally, para sa akin, yung best way of learning is a mix of visual, audio, and kinetic. Kasi first, visual, you have to see yung mga natutunan mo. You can just hear or learn without seeing it. Tapos, of course, kita mo marinig yung mga sinasabi ng mga nagtuturo. And kinetic, kinesthetic. Kasi in communication, very important yung body language. Kasi yung body language yung nag-engage sa mga audience para makinig mabuti.
The second one is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
Well, for me, very recent lang to. I believe sa Jack 102 to. Meron kaming video presentation to be specific. Tapos itong person na to, medyo siya masyadong tahimik. Like, hindi siya masyadong nag-engage, hindi siya nagbibigay ng ideas. So, instead, na siya yung hayaan kong mag-approach siya kasi introvert siya. As a leader sa group na yun, parang ina-include ko siya. Like, I would always ask him kung ano yung mga ideas niya para hindi na siya mahiya mag-approach para sa akin.
Third question, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
Okay, so as I said earlier, I grew up in Boracay. So sa Boracay kasi, sa mga natutunan ko doon, we would always come on time. Like, wala sa amin yung concept na sinasabi dito yung Mindanao na Maranao time. Yung oras sa Maranao. So in our environment, if yung usapan namin before 1 p.m., we would come before 1 p.m. Hindi kami 1 p.m. papunta pa lang. So we would use our time more productive and efficiently.
Fourth question, tell me about the time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life, and what strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
Okay, very recent rin to. Sa Jack 108 para sa creative report namin para sa Copernican. Gumawa kami ng mag-role playing kami. Pero yung mga kasama kong members, hindi sila nagpo-practice, hindi sila dumadating sa venue ng practice namin, tapos hindi nila na-memorize yung script nila. So, instead na mag-complain ako sa problema namin ngayon, instead, gumawa ako ng next solution, like, gawin na lang namin movie, like, i-video na lang siya instead of live action na.
Last question, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on the track when faced with obstacles?
Okay, so very simple. If mag-isip ka ng motivation, isipin mo yung mga gumagastos sa'yo, like your family. Isipin mo, sila na yung naghihirap sa'yo para magbigyan ka na ng education, para pakainin ka araw-araw, bigyan ka ng shelter. So yung responsibility mo lang as a son or as their children is do your best. That's all.
So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college are you from in your program, as well as your hometown.
Yeah. So I am Yahya Ahmed Munibti, and I'm from College of Natural Science and Mathematics, taking the Bachelor of Science, basta Biology. Hometown, Marawi ng.
So here are the questions. The first question is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new informations and skills? Do you exhibit a preferences for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
So I think each of us na different talaga yung ability. So, for me lang ha, so what applies for me is yung visual actually. Kasi I think mas maganda or mas, it stays in my mind kapag nag-visualize ko or nakikita ko yung bagay na inaaral ko.
So the second question is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
So I think every one of us experienced that kind of, difference in personality and culture. Pero what matters the most is to foster respect and understanding of each other. Kasi since, let's say, nasa klase tayo, tapos, different naman yung mga tao doon, right?
It's diverse.
Diverse talaga, and it happens.
The question number 2 is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
So I think based sa experience ko ulit. So pag nasa klase tayo, we have, madami tayong namimit na mga tao na different yung personality and culture. So I guess what matters the most is to foster respect and better understanding of each other. Kasi I think that's what is important pag may mga ganyan na experience, especially na nasa university tayo na masyadong diverse yung mga namimit natin. So ayun, be understanding and be respectful.
Third question is, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
Okay, so cultural background, as a Marano, we have this kind of belief na in everything you do na you have to do your best and leave the rest to your Lord or to Allah. And I think na what is being applied, kung ano yung ina-apply ko sa sarili ko is pray before you study or do some work and be thankful sa after. And let Allah do the rest, at least you did your best. Yun yung nasa akin when it comes sa study and sa work.
Fourth question is, tell me about a time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life. What strategies did you use to cope with that stress?
So stress, let's say sa academics. So as always ako na-stress actually sa academics. And paano ako nagpo-cope up is to have my friends to talk with when it comes to academics and share our insights and information together. And lastly na parang pag-cope up ko is doing the best for myself actually. Kasi na at the end of the day na you'll do the best for yourself talaga. Like the others won't do their best for you. Like you have to save yourself.
So the last question is, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles? Describe your approach to setting goals and what motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
So yung approach ko in setting a goal is, number one always is being grounded to reality. Kasi na mahirap yung masyadong mataas yung mini-aim or yung goal mo tapos masyadong malayo siya sa reality. Parang, yung process, mahirapan ka sobra. Though nothing is impossible. Pero, be grounded always sa reality. Kung ano yung kaya mo and yung kaya ng, kaya ng family mo or everyone. Let's say, for me, personally, gusto ko maging doktor, inshallah. Tapos, sineset ko yung goal na yon based sa kakayanan ko na, yung love ko sa science and my aim to be, good in that profession, and also taking the factor na kung kaya ba ng family ko na pag-aralin ako sa med or medical. So, I think setting a goal is very hard. Actually, pag madami kang gusto sa buhay. Pero always be grounded sa reality. And paano ko siya namin maintain. Ayun, being grounded ulit sa reality. Kasi mahirap pag may goal ka, for instance, gusto mo maging scientist. Pero yung mga grade mo sa science ay hindi naman pang scientist, right? Yeah. So you have to work on yourself more. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college you're from, and your program, as well as your hometown.
Okay, hello, my name is Fatima Magna. I am 20 years old. I am from CNSF and a second year biology student. And I am from MH Humanology.
Okay, here is a question. The first one is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
I prefer visual learning kasi for me na visual learning yung discussion na stays on my mind. Like, pag hindi ko matatanda na, syempre, nakikita ko yung sa brain ko yung image ng learning.
Second question, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
Like, for example, in the classroom na I'm the group leader, so there are many, ideas, and syempre, ikaw yung leader na naman buong idea. You also have ideas na to, cope with that different point of view na you should, like, communicate. Like, kung i-communicate mo yung side niya at saka yung side mo, then doon nyo tingnan kung ano ang mas better.
Third question, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
Like, for example, yung cultural background ko is being conservative, like, boundaries from the opposite gender. So so what happened is I influenced the approach by giving some boundaries. Like, for example, there is a role play there where you had to do physical touch. Na syempre, your cultural background shape your values and beliefs. So I think na-understand ka din ng other person.
So the fourth question is, tell me about the time you felt stress as at school or in your personal life, and what strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
Like, for example, I had a family problem and also at the same time academic problem. So I cope with stress by stress eating. Yes. At saka, spending time with my friends para makalimutan ko yung problem. And also, syempre, yung belief mo sa kayo ang problem.
Last question. Describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
What motivates me to achieve my goals is yung kasabihan na suffer now or suffer later. So, much better na mag-suffer ka na nagsa-study kaysa na mag-suffer ka later na yung grades mo na-tops up. Na much better yun kasi na you cannot turn back that time. And also,
how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles? Like, paano mo na-handle or paano ka nag-stay to that to achieve your goals na despite of every challenges that you're going to face?
Wala, upuan. Or by planning. Study planning, gano'n. Yan.
So, thank you very much for your cooperation and participation. So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college are you from, and your program, as well as your hometown.
Assalamualaikum and a pleasant afternoon everyone. I am Anshari Haji's wife, 21 years old from the College of Agriculture, currently taking Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Extension and Education. So I'm from Balog, Mindanao.
So here are the question. The first one is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
I think visual learning is more effective because visual learning is parang actual siya. Pag pinag-aaralan natin yung actual, so madali natin maintindihan, at kapag magiging matagal ito, so maaalala natin dahil nakita natin ito kung paano siya gawin.
So the second question is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
Way back when I was a freshman in this university, actually this university is a diversity, diba? So may namimit tayong mga iba't ibang tao dito, like for example the Christian, the Tausug, and also the Maguindanao and everything. So that was the time I met Christian. So we are different kasi I'm a Muslim and he is a Christian. So we are different in terms of language kasi nagmamara na ako din siya, din naging Bisaya. So medyo nahihirapan kami sa isa't isa. But despite of that, nagtatagalog kami in order to understand everyone, diba? So I navigate that even though we are different, then we respect each other. Respect is still there in order to mapanatili namin ang respect.
So the third question is, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of your cultural background that influenced your approach to your study?
The pride, because lahat naman ng mga Maranao is yung pride na nakasanayan natin na yung pride is nandito pa rin sa atin. So it can influence my study through, like for example, kailangan kong mag-aral ng maigi upang maging cum laude, magkaroon ng Latin honor. Kasi napakaganda na gumraduate ka with Latin honor. It's a pride of our family actually. So my pride is hindi yun masama kasi for my academic success.
So the fourth question is, tell me about the time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life. What strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
Actually, being a slow learner, I feel stressed. Kasi like for example, kapag nag-aaral ako, then ang hirap makisabay sa mga klase ko na matatalin, samantala ako naman ang hirap intindihin yung mga topics namin. So, ang ginagawa ko lang to cope up, yes, ang ginagawa ko lang to cope up that kind of situation is nagtatanong ako sa mga kaklase ko kung paano yun, like for example, paano yun ginawa ni ma'am, kasi para makasabi ako sa mga.
So the last question, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
Actually, my parents is my motivation. Since in our family na walang naging degree holders, ako lang nag-aaral ng college. So kailangan kong patunayan sa aking pamilya na magkaroon sila ng degree holder na maglalaban para sa kanila, kasi napakasakit sa damdamin na lahat naman kami nag-aaral noon pero hindi nakapag-aaral ng college yung iba kong mga kapatid kasi because of financial. So ako na lang next day dito sa college. So kailangan ko itong ilaban kahit naman na nahihirapan despite mga challenges na hinaharap ko. Kailangan
Thank you very much for your participation. So, Miss, can you please introduce yourself, your name, what country you're from, your age, and your hometown as well?
I am Sania Yakumbadi. I am from College of Agriculture. So I am 3 years old and from
So, the first question is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
For me, it's a visual learning. Kasi kapag when we are learning, so we imagine things. So mas prefer ko yung visual kasi the more visual siya, na mas nai-imagine ko yung information.
So the next question is, Describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
So, I think one of my cousins is opposite po talaga kami because I have a strong personality while she's soft-hearted. So, whenever something happen na, so soft-hearted siya, madali siyang masaktan. So, in-handle ko is binibigyan ko siya ng mga advices na not all the time na kailangan mo umiyak, not all the time na pinapailan mo yung pagiging soft-hearted mo. Dapat kasi na sometimes when you have a problem kapag na tumayo ka like that.
So the third question is, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
So, I think being a conservative, kasi nga, as a Muslim na, we should, as a woman also na, we should be conservative. So, may mga activities like mga activities na parang hindi ko kayang gawin, like yung pag-perform ng dances. So, hindi talaga ako dyan nagpa-participate kasi na I am being conservative at saka I am protecting my religious also.
So the first question is, tell me about the time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life. What strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
So I think na yung pagiging online classes, kasi nga that time na, di ba, nasa home lang tayo. So yung stress natin sa school at saka sa bahay natin is nag-combine, nag-mix. So I think nung that time na na-stress ako that time sa place na yun is the best thing I did is walk out sa place na yun. Kumbaga may pinuntahan akong lugar na para hindi makuha yung impact health ko.
So the last question is, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
So I am a typical person na goal driving, focus ako sa goals. So if ever something happen, kung mga bad things, so ang nag-i-inspire lang sa akin is yung family ko. That's the first one. And the second one is yung mga pinagdaanan ko. So iniisip ko kasi na kinaya ko yun nung mga paghihirap ko nung una. So mahinat na ngayon hindi ko pa kaya.
Thank you very much. So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college you're from on your program, as well as your hometown.
Assalamualaikum, I am Muhammad Isham Amir. I am second year BS Information from College of Computing Sciences. I am 21 years old and I am from Ramadea, Paraguay.
So the first question is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
Actually, I prefer the auditory and visual because parang walang kwenta lang yung visual if hindi ko narinig yung discussion or yung explanation. So maybe may pagkasalit yung pangatlo. And yun lang.
Second question, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
Actually, I am a very adjustable person. Like I adjust to my friends, like work classmates or batchmates, so we can communicate more and nagkakaintindihan kami sa ginagawa namin para hindi complicated.
Third question, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
Actually, as a Maranao is sa atin is yung pagkaisa-isa natin is nakakatulong din yun sa studies ko para kumbaga ma-achieve ma-achieve yung ginugusto namin na ma-achieve. Kasi isa-isa kami ng idea, nag-aayun lang kami. Yun, para hindi complicated, para hindi madami yung para hindi madami yung option, nag-aayun lang kami ng isang option para easy to gawin ba yung task na yun.
Last question. The fourth question is, tell me about the time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life. And what strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
Okay, how did I cope with the stress? Yung kasabihan na when there is hardship, there is ease. Para nagmamanage ako ng stress through reading Quran or listening to Quran. And I give time to myself para hindi masyado ako ma-stress kasi kapag sobrang stress ko, hindi ako makafocus, mawawala yung mali-left out ako. Kaya binibigyan ko sa sarili ko ng oras kahit may mga pending ako. Basta me time yun. Hindi ko pwede divert sa hindi ko pwede divert sa studies kasi kapag too much of everything can be dangerous.
Last question. Describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals? And how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
Okay. Actually me, lumaki ako sa hindi masyadong makapangyarihan or mayaman na pamilya. So, I motivate myself para mabangon ko yung pamilya ko sa kahirapan and to help other peoples na nahihirapan din. Kumbaga, nahihirapan din sa nangyayari sa akin. Kumbaga, nadaanan ko yung paghihirap na para matulungan ko sila sinasabi ko sa kanila yung nadaanan ko para ma-motivate sila sa ginagawa nila, para masabi nila sa sarili nila na hindi lang pala ako nakadaan dito, madami lang pala.
At saka paano mo nami-maintain yung pagiging motivate mo to achieve your goals despite sa mga challenges na hinaharap mo recently?
Actually is trust Allah sa everything. Trust Allah. Kasi if hindi mo trust yung Allah, yung mga plano niya, may plano ka. Pero mapapalo talaga is yung kay Allah. Kaya
thank you very much for your participation. So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college you're from on your program, as well as your hometown.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mohamed Ibrahim Islam, and I'm from the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics under the BS Biology program. And I'm currently residing at Netherlands, Southern Morales.
So the first question is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
I think I acquire both auditorial and visual learning. Why? Because there's a phrase that has been important to me, which is the and parang kailangan talaga ng evidence by first kasi is hindi kasi sinasadya na yung mga information or details via hearing. So yun. So after that, kailangan talaga magbigay ng evidence by seeing if it's true.
The second question is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
So one thing that comes to my mind when I think of a situation where I should be like initiating to those people whose personalities sort of different from mine. Like for example, if there's a person who's having a difficult to approach someone, so I I initiate so that by adjusting on how they want them to be approached. Yeah.
Cut. The third question is, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of how your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
So I'm actually aligned with the Islam. So since I prefer all other I tend to be very obedient and give discipline to myself and think of a positive way, since that path actually helped me shape my beliefs and values and made me who I am today.
Cut. First question is, tell me about a time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life, and what strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
So, if I think of one or a situation that made me stressed was when on February, the month of February, because I think February have so many events that I have to accomplish, like the organization from outside university and an organization here at our college. So magkakaiba yung mga events nila. So at saka all those events is sama-sama sila sa February. So yun ko na pansin yung stress na doon ko lang napansin yung stress na yung very serious talaga yung stress. So the way I handle or cope with stress is I think I have two approaches. First is I think by socializing with friends and talking about things about life that is positive. And also second is if I'm stressed, I try to watch funny videos so that my biology is speaking, so that my hormones inside my body will activate and help me reduce stress.
So the last question is, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
I'm actually a person who's nilista yung mga nagawin before going or before doing the goals. So yeah, by listing those things that I have to finish or to do, and then one thing that helped me to achieve my goals is by just seeing the beauty of those particular things that will somehow provide help for me in the future. And then
how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
So I'm often distracted with a lot of things, such as first is by social media. So one thing that helped me to get on track is by thinking that I should finish, by thinking of the parang phrase ba yun, or message na if maganda kung mas matatapos mo right now instead of living without achieving your dream maybe shape prior.
So thank you very much for your cooperation. So first, introduce yourself, state your name, age, and what college are you from, and your hometown.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Bantu Asamir Basa Magarang. I am 19 years old and I am from the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. I am a second year BS Mathematics student and I am currently living at Gatapona, Bebolan.
So the first question is, what pedagogical approaches are most effective for your acquisition of new information and skills? Do you exhibit a preference for visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic learning modalities?
Okay, so for me, kinesthetic learning modalities is more effective to acquire knowledge as a BS Mathematics student. So for instance, when I was in high school, I learned a strategy that the use of hand to calculate or multiply a certain number. So that strategy or learning helped me to calculate or multiply a number without the use of calculator.
The second question is, describe a situation where you had to work someone whose personality was very different from your own, and how did you navigate the differences?
Okay, so that time when we have a activity on one of my subject that is composed of pair. So I'm not into socialization with the person that I'm not comfortable with, or something like hindi ko pa kilala. So the things that I did is I challenged myself to socialize with that person because I believe that as a student I should be keep on learning and improving.
So the third question is, how has your cultural background shaped your values and beliefs? Can you share an example of your cultural background has influenced your approach to your study?
Okay, so I believe on that saying that something like, kung wala kang masasabing tama, mas mabuti nang manahimik ka. So in academics, I can use that by something like think before you click, o pag-iisipan ko muna yung sasabihin ko bago ko siya sasabihin.
So the fourth question is, tell me about the time you felt stressed at school or in your personal life. What strategies did you use to cope with the stress?
Okay, so when I got a failing grade on one of my subject, and that caused me, or that leads me to being pressured or stressed, because I know that my parents is paying to educate me, and the strategy that I use is to communicate with them. So when they understand, that motivates me to do my best when I retake my subject that I have.
So the last question, describe your approach to setting goals. What motivates you to achieve your goals, and how do you stay on track when faced with obstacles?
Okay, so to become a successful, so our status in life, is the reason why I stay on this, and my parents are my motivation to become a successful.
Thank you very much for your participation.
Understanding individual differences is crucial in a college setting because it fosters a more inclusive and effective learning environment driven by 5 key factors. The first one is diverse learning styles. Students learn in different ways. Some prefer visual aids, while others thrive on hands-on activities or auditory instruction. Recognizing these differences allows instructors to employ diverse teaching methods that cater to all learners. The second one is academic support. Students come from various backgrounds and may have varying levels of academic preparation. Understanding individual needs allows colleges to offer appropriate support services such as tutoring, academic advising, and disability accommodation. The third one is social interaction. College is a social environment where students from diverse backgrounds interact. Recognizing individual differences promotes empathy, respect, and understanding among peers. The fourth one is career development. Understanding individual strength, interests, and values is essential for career exploration and planning. College can provide personalized guidance and support to help students identify their passions and pursue fulfilling career path. Lastly, critical thinking. Acknowledging individual differences encourages critical thinking about social issues, cultural perspective, and diverse viewpoints. By embracing individual differences, colleges create a richer, more supportive, and intellectually stimulating environment for all students. Here are some recommendations on how to accommodate and respect individual differences in learning and social environments. In learning environments, we have diverse teaching methods. Use a variety of teaching methods such as lectures, group work, discussions, hands-on activities, and technology-based learning. This allows students to engage with the material in ways that best suit their learning styles. The second one is flexible assessment. Offer multiple ways for students to demonstrate their understanding, such as essay, presentations, projects, and exams. This allows students to showcase their knowledge in ways that align with their strength. The third one is accessibility. Provide accommodations for students with disabilities, such as assistive technology, note takers, and extended time for exam. This ensures that all students have equal access to learning opportunities. And the last one is inclusive language. Use inclusive language and avoid making assumptions about students' backgrounds, beliefs, or experiences. This fosters a welcoming and respectful learning environment for all. In social environments, we have open communication. Encourage open and respectful dialogue about differences. This helps students learn from each other's perspectives and build empathy. The second one is cultural awareness. Promote cultural awareness and sensitivity through events, workshops, and discussions. This helps students understand and appreciate diverse cultural backgrounds. The third one is respect for individuality. Encourage students to embrace their unique identities and celebrate their differences. This creates a sense of belonging and acceptance for all. Lastly, active listening. Teach students the importance of active listening and respectful communication. This promotes understanding and reduces conflict. By implementing these recommendations, colleges can create a more inclusive and enriching environment for all students. In conclusion, a profound understanding of individual differences is not merely a pedagogical best practice. It is a fundamental ethical imperative. By embracing diversity and tailoring educational approaches to meet the unique needs of each student, colleges and universities can create more equitable, supportive, and ultimately more successful learning environments for all. That's all, and thank you for watching.